What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 10. Millionaire Maker. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay guys, this is for the Millionaire Maker slate, which is the Sunday main slate at 1 p.m. Oh, and stick around to the very end of this video. After I show you all my picks in the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll show you these players in DraftKings and in FanDuel, the Millionaire Maker slates. There'll be 2 spots open that you have to fill in, but you'll have a great Millionaire Maker core. My Millionaire Maker quarterback for Week 10 is Drew Brees for the New Orleans Saints playing the Cincinnati Bengals, who are the second worst defense overall and give up the third most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Drew Brees has scored 34, 8, and 17 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 24.3 fantasy points per game. He gets 2.3 rushes per game. He got 4 rushes last game. This is a fantastic matchup for Drew Brees, coming off a 34-point game. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary and $2,100 more on FanDuel. Projected at 24.8 fantasy points, I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks 30 again this week. If the Cincinnati Bengals can keep the score competitive, look for another huge game from Drew Brees in Week 10. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. My Millionaire Maker running back for Week 10 is Kareem Hunt for the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Arizona Cardinals, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the second most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Kareem Hunt has scored 33, 20, and 37 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 22.7 fantasy points per game on the season. He's averaging over 20 touches per game. He's playing at home this week in a game that could be a blowout. He could get a lot of running work to run the clock out late in the game. He's $8,500 DraftKings salary, $500 more on FanDuel, projected for 21.7 fantasy points. Lock and load Kareem Hunt here in Week 10. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. My Millionaire Maker wide receiver is Michael Thomas from the New Orleans Saints playing the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are the second worst defense overall and give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Michael Thomas has scored 42, 13, and 20 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 24.4 fantasy points per game with an average of 10 targets per game on the season. That is great production. Michael Thomas is $8,100 DraftKings salary, $500 more on FanDuel, projected for 25.8 fantasy points this week. If you're playing Drew Brees, you gotta pair him up with Michael Thomas. I don't know if you're gonna get another 42 points out of him, but 25 to 30 fantasy points is gonna be great value for his price. My Millionaire Maker tight end is Jimmy Graham for the Green Bay Packers playing the Miami Dolphins, who are the 8th worst defense overall and give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Jimmy Graham has scored 16, 3, and 18 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 11.2 fantasy points per game on the season and getting an average of 7 targets per game. He seems to be building a nice rapport with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to get red zone targets. Jimmy Graham is only $4,600 DraftKings salary, $1,700 more on FanDuel, projected for 11.3 fantasy points. I love this matchup versus Miami. Jimmy Graham's my man for Week 10. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to DraftDashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. Okay guys, here we are in the DraftKings Millionaire Maker contest. We have our Millionaire Maker core loaded in here. We have 4,500 remaining per player. Okay, so let's plug in a running back. So most of our salary is eaten up already. We're gonna have to go for some value plays here. And one of the guys that I really like is Dion Lewis from the Tennessee Titans in a revenge game versus the New England Patriots. Of course, they traded him last year. He's having a pretty good year in Tennessee. I think he's gonna come out on fire. Okay, now we've got to find a couple of wide receivers. And I like to try to find the sleepers at this position because you can get low-priced wide receivers who catch a couple touchdowns and crush value. That's just not going to happen with running backs. So I like this guy Adam Humphries from the Tampa Bay Bucks. They've got Fitzmagic going now, and they always seem to be down in the game and throwing those long bombs at the end of the game, trying to catch up in the score. So Adam Humphries is one of those guys that's just going to get one of those long bombs at the end of the game, like one of those 60-yard touchdowns, and just gets 15 points in one play. And another low salary guy is right here, Maurice Harris for Washington Redskins. He seems to be connecting with Kirk Cousins an awful lot, and he's only $3,900 salary. So we still have 5,000 per player, so let's pick our defense. And why not just go with the top here? Let's go with the Bears over Detroit. And now at the flex position, we have 6,500 salary left over. And you can make your pick here. You got Cooper Kupp, Jarvis Landry, Josh Gordon. So I'm going to plug in Cooper Kupp. That would be my choice. So take out the players you don't like, put in players you do like, create a unique lineup, and let's see what happens. Okay, here we are in FanDuel with our Millionaire Maker core loaded in. So let's plug in a running back. Let's see who we have here around mid-salary. I like Jordan Howard for the Chicago Bears, playing the awful Detroit running defense. Okay, and then at wide receiver, let's find another mid-salary player. A guy who I think a lot of people have forgotten about is Quincy Enunwa. He was out for 3 games. He just came back last game. He started to get involved. I think he got 4 targets last game. He didn't have a big game. So he's $5,200 salary, and I think he can get it going. If he gets in the end zone, that's going to be great value at a low ownership. Okay, we have a little more salary here for our second wide receiver. So let's take a look up and see who we have. I like Deshaun Jackson for Tampa Bay with Fitzmagic going. He was a disappointment last game. He's set up for a huge bounce-back game versus the Washington Redskins. And now let's pick a defense. Don't have enough salary for the Bears. So a mid-salary defense that I really like is the Rams at home versus the Seattle Seahawks. And that leaves us with 5,800 salary left for our flex position. And wow, look at that. There he is, Dion Lewis, the revenge game. I love that play right there. But the choice is yours. You got David Moore, Austin Eckler, Austin Hooper, TJ Yeldon, Chris Hogan. Pick a player you like. Plenty of options. There you have it, guys. You got a Millionaire Maker lineup for DraftKings and FanDuel. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for Week 10. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.